How often would you say social media impacts your buying decisions?
Oh, very often.
Social media absolutely is number one, and then whatever online places are popular at the moment.
What kind of price point are you looking for?
$48 to $98.
10, 12 bucks to, $80, depending on what I'm buying.
Asking strangers how much money they're going to spend on clothes is extremely important to getting into the psychology of what you need to do on the other side of that screen to generate more revenues. Hey guys, we're over here on the McKinney Square and just wanting to ask people on the streets what they're doing when they're buying their clothes, what's making their buying decisions. Let's go check it out. Hey everybody, I am here with
Taylor.
All right, Taylor, so I just have a couple of quick questions for you. Like I said, this is for YouTube channel. We're just trying to figure out a couple of questions to help them to sell more clothes online or in person, doesn't matter. Just in general, how often do you buy new clothes?
Oof. Once a week.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe more, maybe a little bit more, trying to get that number down.
Okay. This is a great first person. I'm just saying. How often would you say social media impacts your buying decisions?
Oh, very often. I see an ad, I like it, I get it.
Would you consider yourself like an impulse buyer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So just thinking about like deals in general, what has to constitute like a good enough deal for you? Like, is it just free shipping, or is it like what constitutes a deal for you to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take action?
Yeah, definitely if it's on sale, I feel like I'm winning already. If it has free shipping, I think that helps as well, just knowing that there's not an additional cost to what I'm already seeing. But definitely, I think anything like that gets me hooked even more.
What are some of your favorite brands, either big brands or smaller brands, or what are you shopping right now?
Well, I love Zara.
Okay.
Shopped a lot of Zara in Europe this summer. Gosh, I don't even know. Around this whole square has been great. Definitely went to one of the stores around the
I love that
corner.
Mercantile.
Yeah.
Yes, their hats are really, really dope.
Yes, I got like a chain for a trucker hat. So, I don't know. It just kind of ranges on the mood and what I'm feeling.
What would you say? What was this shirt again? What was this brand?
This is Free from Fear.
Fear from Fear. Yeah, she has a dope. Get check that. Awesome. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys enjoy the shopping.
Thank you.
A couple of things from Taylor. One, a little bit younger demographic, so much more likely to actually spend. She doesn't care about deals as much, which is surprising to me. Now, what she did care about was that free shipping. So if you're selling to people who have never heard of you before, obviously she's shopping from somebody like Zara. However, if you are a newer brand, what you'll see from some of these later videos is that people don't have a ton of brand loyalty, but if you can give them a good enough offer, they will actually take action. This is an anomaly, I feel like, because not all people, and you'll see that throughout the interview, that not all of these people buy every single week, but they buy more frequently than I thought. My assumptions into this, right? My assumptions at the very beginning were that people were going to buy maybe every month or 2 months or a little bit longer, but they actually buy more frequently. I mean, you'll see the difference between the guys and the girls and what their buying habits are, but there are the people of the world, like the Taylors, who are buying every single day. For you guys who are selling on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you're selling at, who are making the purchases. So they can get to the Taylors of the world if you have a compelling offer and if you have a great brand. So let's jump into this next one. All right, y'all, we have
June.
June. I love that name. We're over here, down here on the square, just asking, getting some feedback on shopping and shopping experiences, how you buy clothes online or in person. So first question is, how often do you buy clothes, new clothes?
New clothes, I'll probably get something new every couple of months, I would think.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then how often would you say like social media or like people you are around influence your buying decisions to buy new clothes?
Not very often.
Okay.
They don't influence me much.
Okay. You're on your own. So where do you get your like own style trends? What do you like? How do you find out what you like for yourself? Where are you looking?
I guess from just my personal taste, what I think looks nice, what I think looks nice on me. And then that's what I tend to buy, what's comfortable.
Yeah.
I tend to buy things that are not faddish, so I can buy something today and wear it in 10 years and people will not know that it was 10 years old, that kind of thing. So.
Got it. If you were to buy something online, let's say it's like an impulse, you're like, oh, I love this. What constitutes like a good deal for you? Does it have to have like a percentage off or free shipping, or what kind of like deal do you need?
My criteria is I just have to like it. if I like it enough, I will buy it regardless. Unless I think it's way overpriced, but within reasonable pricing, if I like it, whether it's free shipping or not, it's not an incentive for me to buy it because it ships free, just if I like it.
One last final question from that, because it's a good point that you mentioned there. So, like, what kind of price point are you looking for when you're looking for, let's say, for a top or something like that? What's the range of price point you're looking for?
It depends on what kind of top it is. So I'll have an idea that a sweater, for instance, depending on the sweater and what it is, what's a fair price for a sort of a simple sweater, maybe anywhere from $48 to $98. I wouldn't want to pay $300 for a simple sweater, but it just all depends on the actual item, the style of it, the cut of it. I'm not a big brand name shopper. I don't necessarily look for the latest designer, But yeah, so if it's fair, it's fair.
Awesome. June, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hey, howdy, and hello. My name is Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding, and alongside my business partner, Christian, we come up with new clothing brand strategies. Christian focuses on Shopify and the app side of things. I'm on marketing and strategies, psychology, all for helping you grow your clothing brand online. It's a dual kind of approach in this channel. We drop new content for you every single week. This particular video is a little out of the norm, but if you love it, just let us know. Just drop a comment down below. And if you have enjoyed this video so far, if you've gotten some value out of it, please hit a nice little like and subscribe button. And if you do this in the next 3 seconds, I'll share with you the best TV show theme song from the 1990s. Also, comment down below what your favorite is as well. Okay, so a couple of things from June that really stood out for me. One, she's an older demographic, so she's not buying as much. However, she's also not influenced as much by social media. So if you're reaching an older demographic, good insight there. So you may be in front of this person, but they're typically making their own buying decisions because they've had a long history of making purchases. A good benefit of going after somebody like June, if you're going from an older demographic, again, I don't know this person's age, but my guess is maybe 50s, 60s-ish, maybe mid-60s. But an older demographic is that she's also doing one thing that I thought was very interesting. She doesn't care about the deal. She's looking for what she likes. She may have more money. I don't know. Most of these people that we ran into have probably a similar amount of money, but because she's older, she's like, I have lived long enough to know that I know what I like and I'm going to pay for it. The shipping doesn't deter me. Okay, whereas the younger girl, Taylor, she was actually more interested in, do I got a good enough deal? Like, it looks good, but I'm going to find something else. Something else is going to come about. So quality of the content and quality of the product matters a little bit more, in my opinion, for somebody like June. So if you're reaching an older demographic of a woman, you don't necessarily have to have the best, I would say, offer. Sometimes you just need to have a very good, solid product and be able to explain it well enough. So we'll jump into this next one and find out a little bit more. All right, hey y'all, we are here with
Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan. So we are on this channel right now, really just trying to get some insight into how people make buying decisions. So first and foremost, like, how often do you buy like new clothes, new shoes?
Not very, kind of just as needed.
Whenever you're buying clothes online or in person, do you prefer in person or do you like to shop online?
I prefer in person, just so I can get it like I don't really always know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at shopping online. So in person is better for me.
When you're making those purchases, if it was online or in person, like what would you say constitutes as like a deal where you're like, okay, that's a little bit more than maybe I was thinking, but the deal's good enough, I'm gonna take action. Like, is it a free shipping? Is it a percentage off? What makes you feel that?
I mean, kind of either of those, really. I mean, if there's a decent enough sale where I feel like I'm winning and the store is winning, then we all win. Okay, fine.
Okay. What would you say is kind of like, speaking of deal or price point, like what's the average price point for like a shirt or shoes, something like that you're usually going through?
Oh man, that's kind of hard. I mean, if I'm shirts, I mean, I'm anywhere from $10-12 to $80, depending on what I'm buying. Yep. If I'm buying a nicer shirt, I mean, I'll pay even more for that. But I mean, it just kind of depends on what I'm looking at. Jeans, I'm pretty simple, so my jeans will run typically in the $30 to $50 range, something like that.
Would you say social media impacts like your buying decisions, or how do you make like the buying, like whenever you're gonna go look for something, where do you like get the inspiration, or where are you buying from usually?
Man, I'm super boring, so like a lot of times I just buy the same stuff. So like yeah, I mean with social media, nah, I don't think I'm super influenced by that. It's just I'm not even really looking at a lot of social media, but yeah. So I mean, if I just see something, a lot of times if the yeah, like I said, I mean, a lot of times I'm just kind of picking up and replacing stuff that I know I need. So I'm just looking for kind of similar stuff. Oftentimes, it's pretty simple, easy stuff with me.
So then I guess my question from that is what would make you switch from one brand to the next, like to try a new brand?
Oof. What would make me try a new brand? I don't know. I'm not hard to get. So I mean, if I see stuff that I like and I can tell that the quality is decent, and and of course price points are always helpful. But I mean, even with that, like if I see something that I like the style of it, I like the quality that I'm looking at, then I'm willing to give it a shot.
Awesome. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, bro.
All right, guys, want to say that if you are a clothing brand owner, boutique, private label, does not matter. You want to jump into the specifics of your brand and talk through strategy, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. All you need to do is check out the link in the description down below. And yes, there are limited spots. So we'll see you on the other side. Go do that right now. Okay, so a couple of cool things from Jonathan. One, just insight from men in general, especially I would say middle-aged men, right? That 40-year-old plus men. They're more likely to buy in person, and I think even a younger demographic will buy in person as well. So how do you combat this? Well, you have to have an amazing size chart, a great return policy, videos to explain what it is, because they're much less likely, more apprehensive to buy something online than, say, a woman. And that's what we saw throughout the conversations that we've had. And we also just see this with trends as well, is that majority of people who are buying online, maybe it's a 65-35, are majority women. Also for the men, they have to justify the actual purchase. My shoes aren't doing as well, or this shirt is no longer, it's got holes all over it, so I'm going to buy a new shirt. There are exceptions to the rule, but for the majority, I think a lot of men fall into that category where if you give them a good deal and they feel like it's a win-win situation, they're going to take action. But it needs to be something, right? So if you're selling shirts, probably a lot more likely to sell somebody like a guy shirts online than you are a pair of jeans or denim. And if you do sell those things, you still can, but you've got to go crazy in depth and make it super simple and make the pain or the desire about ease, okay? So guys don't like to go shopping, and so they don't necessarily want to go jean shopping. So how can you make the shopping for jeans a no-brainer for them, where they don't have to go through return policies or anything like that? Make it so simple for them where you can actually sell to them online. So extremely important information here for Jonathan, because I think he falls into a big demographic of people where a lot of them are influenced by previous habits, but more importantly, they're just like, look, I don't want to waste a bunch of my time, and I want to go and show up somewhere physically. All right, hey y'all, we are here with
Allison.
All right. Hey Allison, so we're over here on the square just trying to help out clothing brands all over the world, and just trying to get some insight into your buying decisions, so they can get some insight to try to sell more things and grow their brands. Okay. So first and foremost, how often do you buy new clothes?
Definitely monthly, every other week, all the time.
Would you say social media influences you, or friends, or what's kind of the biggest influence on that?
Social media absolutely is number one, and then whatever online places are popular at the moment.
Awesome. And whenever you're buying something, is it more of like an impulse, or does it have to be like a great deal?
Sometimes impulse, sometimes great deal, a little bit of both. Whenever I'm online shopping or look around, it kind of depends on a little bit of both.
What do you consider like a good deal, or makes it feel like you've gotten a good deal?
If I feel like I got something worth the price, or if it's super cute, then I kind of don't care.
Whenever you're looking for something like a top or a pair of pants or something, like what kind of, like, I guess for a pair of pants, what are you looking at price range wise? What's roughly the range you're looking?
I think I'm trying to keep it under $100, so okay. 50, 60, around there.
No, you mentioned the online piece I want to hit on too. So do you prefer to buy in person or online?
A little bit of both, but online is more convenient for me, so I tend to buy more online because I'm busy, I work, have family, that kind of thing, so I tend to buy more online. It's fun to get out, but I don't have a lot of time to do that.
In person.
We've seen a lot where the men are like, just give me the stuff in person because the online is just rough.
I've got online down, and certain places I shop online, I know what sizes I am, and if I see a cute thing, I'm gonna get it.
You mostly from a phone shopper, or you're like desktop shopper? You're mostly like mobile.
Phone. Yeah, I'm on my phone, sitting on the couch, whatever. I'll go to my sites and start buying stuff from there.
Perfect segue to my last question here. What are your sites? Like, what brands are you liking right now?
I like Jane.com. If I need something super cheap and cute fast, I'll go to like the Shein and that kind of stuff. I'll shop places that I like online, even if it's like a Dillard's or Old Navy or anything. I will look online because I already know what sizes I am there, so I know I'm confident that what I buy will fit when I get it, and I can return it somewhere easy if I don't. I'm all over the place. Like, I have several that I go to.
What would make you try a new brand? Are you like loyal to only certain brands, or what makes you jump to a brand you've never heard of?
I'd have to either have a friend that tells me, hey, I love this brand, this is super cute, or, I'm not going to jump on and just buy it just because. I'd have to hear about it, see it on someone else, something like that.
Okay. Anything that would deter you from buying from a brand you've never heard of?
A good price. Good price.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Appreciate you. Okay, so a couple of really good things here from Allison I think everybody can take away. So number one is she's strongly influenced by what other people are doing, right? And I think that that's where a lot of women want to see, okay, how does this look on somebody else? Making your size charts, the photos that you use. It's why things like video or CommentSold work really well, because you can see it on somebody. Number two, she likes to shop in person, but she's busy. She's got a family, so she likes to be able to get a great deal online. She has her certain sites that she goes to. She wants a good deal, but it's not the main focus. She wants the convenience, so she's more shopping for convenience. Also, price point, a big one, right? We know that most things under $100 are more of an impulse, or they don't have to really think twice about it. She's looking for things that are $100, and a lot of times, the way that we purchase things online, we already have a mindset of how much something is going to cost. Hey, today I'm going to spend roughly $100, right? We don't say it out loud, but in our heads. So in her head, she's already like, look, if I can find something for less than $100, then great. So if you're selling a lower price point item, it may take less involvement for you to get in front of somebody like Allison to get a purchase same day. Whereas if you're $100 or more, it may take multiple attempts to get in front of somebody like Allison. There is no right or wrong, especially in the luxury space. You can make up that dollars and cents here. It's not that she would not buy. It's just you need to be in front of her multiple times and tell her how she's getting a benefit from purchasing online because she's looking for this as the convenience. The other thing that she mentioned too is that she's shopping frequently, right? 2 times per month. So how does that improve the lifetime value of your customer? If you can get somebody to purchase a first time with you in the beginning of the month and a second time at the end of the month, she may only spend $100 each time, but now she spent $200 over the course of the actual month, and now you're added to her quote-unquote sites, the ones that she goes back to, the ones that she remembers. And you do this through great loyalty like email and SMS, or like I said, CommentSold. You have great customer service like a tool like Joofy, where you can actually train these women, if you're selling to women or men, to come back to you and have great customer experience when they're scrolling on their phone. She said, hey, it's a Friday night, I've drank some wine and I'm scrolling on my phone. Well, you may be off for the night, but you have a tool like Joofy to answer the questions for her. Okay, we just want to meet the people where they're actually at. A lot of really good insight from somebody like Allison. I think she is the golden standard for how a lot of women shop and purchase things online. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got value out of it. If you want us to do this type of video again, just comment the word street down below. I will see that and we will do more of these types of videos. All right, so if you came over here and you're trying to drive traffic to your site, the next thing you need to do outside of understanding the psychology of buying is actually drive traffic to that site. So go watch this video right here on how to do Facebook ads for clothing brands right here next. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and P.S., make sure you subscribe.